welcome to Excel today. We have the wonderful Faz Karim joining us today, and as always, Joe Patty from Ibiza, Spain,
Yeah.
otherwise known as Alameda.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, Good to be here. Good to be. It's Thursday. I don't know what's different about today, but I just feel good. Um, and I'm going to be teaching Power BI for the next 2 days, and I'm super excited for it. So, and plus tomorrow's Friday. Maybe it's payday, maybe it's not, but we're
I
almost.
know it isn't.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me. It's not, but maybe out there, one of you is getting paid tomorrow. So that is always fun.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Uh,
welcome, yeah.
yeah.
Thanks so much, Faz, for just coming out and
Mm.
doing this. I know that you have a busy schedule. You're always in these trainings. And if you haven't seen Faz before, which I know all of you have heard him at least in our videos, because he does a lot of our recordings here at Learnit.
Yeah.
So you'll know Faz's voice real quick when he starts
The
talking.
voice sounds familiar. Maybe not the face, but the voice will definitely sound familiar for everybody.
Well, it's good to put a face though to the trainings, like because
Yeah.
all of our videos, we don't have the face of the instructors on, but that's why we have you on today, so you can the people can meet you, Foz. And good morning, Salam from in Lebanon.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Ganesh, hi.
Oh, I guess it's in the evening over there. It's morning here. Yeah, and Ganesh, it looks like I think he joined yesterday.
Whoa, Ganesh, yesterday.
Yeah.
We
So-
we have a cult following.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyways, let's get to the mugs, man. I
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
have one. I'm pretty hyped to share. I actually have a mug. Oh,
how do
morning,
you have so many mugs?
dude? They just show up. All right, like you gotta be game ready for this. Game ready.
That sounds interesting. They just show up. Are you taking these from restaurants?
Oh, tell me that's from Magic School Bus.
Yes, it is. It is. It says take
Oh.
chances, make mistakes, get messy. And guys, do that in all these programs. Like there's the undo button. You can go in, mess up as much as you want, and then just Control Z all the way back. So don't be afraid when you're doing
75 times. 75 times. Control
it.
Z.
Yeah. So yeah, don't. Let's see. Sue,
love
good
that.
morning from in Texas. Sue, I will actually be going to Texas in a few weeks to visit my family out there. Any recommendations on where to eat out there for barbecue, especially? I've heard. I believe I'll be in the Dallas area and also be in the McKinney area, and then right by the state line of Oklahoma as well. So the was that the Red River?
Oh, that's awesome, Ben. You're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, I will definitely be a good time.
I don't have. Once again, I know everyone. I've been saying this like every single week. I don't have a mug, but what I do have here is my favorite drink. So I'm gonna show it to you.
You're so excited.
I am. It is Yoo-Hoo. If you have not had Yoo-Hoo before, go get some right now. Like,
Yeah, we're getting paid for that. We're getting paid for
Oh,
that.
no, we're not. No, we're not. We have to state that. We're not. No paid advertising, just love.
Every time I show a new product, because I don't have mugs, that's Ben's like, we're not getting paid for this. So yeah, I'm not advertising it for Yoo-Hoo. It's just, it is so good though. So.
Yeah.
It's my turn, right? It's my turn.
Yeah. It's your turn. What do you got?
Yay, yay. So I was over at my mother's house the other day, which I usually go just to go steal her food from her fridge. I'm sure a lot of us do that.
Good move.
I got some fresh mangoes cut up for me, got some strawberries, even got some fresh bread. And I noticed that she got some new cups, these mugs. They weren't mugs or glass jars, where you go to restaurants and stuff. So I just took one without her knowing. And she's eventually going to count when she washes her dishes, and she's going to realize what's missing. She's going to know I'm the culprit. But until then, I'm going to enjoy this glass mug of mine. I got my iced coffee in there with a little bit of unsweetened sugar, unsweetened vanilla sweetener. You can tell I've already been drinking a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's
So
actually
this is mine until my mom contacts me about it. This is mine until my mom contacts me about it.
Yeah, that's the same style of cup they use for a lot of barbecue joints in Texas. I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, just quick updates on the channel, everyone. We are still releasing videos. We actually have a decent backlog going, so we will be upping the video count to 2 training videos a week starting in August. August, you'll also see a very huge push for our new service, not our new service, but Learn Anytime is moving over to a new web hosting service. So it's going to look a lot better. Again, stuff for our Patreon members, that'll switch up a little bit on how you earn your certificates. For silver and gold members, for bronze, it'll stay the same, but silver and gold members, you'll get new instructions and new logins. and you'll see it's going to be a much better experience. I'm actually really happy with how it looks right now, but we're making it better, and we're just making sure that we have enough videos to launch with. So that's coming. And then again, we're up to 200,000 followers or subscribers, and we will be having an event. I know I keep talking about it. I've just been super busy. I've just been so busy with other stuff at Learnit as well, mainly with our new TMS and our new website. We're still working out bugs there, so it's taking a lot of my attention. But as soon as I can get off of that, we will be doing that 200K event. Something special for everybody. And like if there's anything that you guys have in mind, like I have something in mind, but anything, any suggestions or anything like that, you can drop them into the chat or the comments. And your feedback definitely helps formulate what videos and stuff like that we bring to the channel and what trainings we bring to the channel. So it does mean a lot, and it does have a big effect. So just let us know there. And then let's see, I just want to check into the chat here real quick. Oh, hey Sam, good morning, nice to see you as well. And then that's it from the channel side though. So hopefully in August we'll be bumping up the training videos to two a week. So 8
now those word videos. I know I made the word videos. I'm excited about those coming out.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah. I have Word, Power BI, Adobe, and I have Access, and also there's a few other more end user centric type classes that I've had being produced currently. Most of those are either done and in the can or being recorded right now. So we do have a decent backlog going, and there'll be a big surprise for the Power BI one. But we'll wait until we get ready to release that one. And then we also have Project as well, two new versions of Project to go over. So there's a lot of stuff coming up, guys. Like, I can keep going on about this.
Ben worked so hard on this, and I know, Ben, that you've been promising this for weeks, and just the amount of hours that you have to put into it, and the bandwidth that we don't have at the moment. I think that this is amazing. So
well, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to be doing it more than a quarter of the time now, half the time. And then eventually, by August, full time. So the channel will keep getting better and keep getting better, and there'll be more and more and more of it, guys.
And more. But
but without further ado, let's get to the main event. Yeah, we have Faz here today. And we are here to take all your guys' Excel questions or anything like that. So please drop them in the comments. But I will let Faz start us off. Faz, I know you were talking about something that you wanted to share with everyone today before we get started with the Q&A real quick.
Yeah, because I was teaching Excel just yesterday. Teaching Excel for 7 hours.
Nice.
Yesterday. That's a good day. That's a good day for me. I don't know about everyone. That's a good day for me. Excel for 7 hours.
Well, it's more than I ever done. So,
and within the 7 hour chunk that I was teaching, we had breaks and everything. Don't worry, I wasn't throwing 7 hours straight. There was one topic that just blew everyone's mind, and it was a very easy topic for everybody. And in fact, I had participants like, I was doing this yesterday, but I was doing it by hand, and I wish I had taken this class just the day before so I can do this thing you're showing me. And I'm like, all right, this seems like something, it's so relevant that people were doing it just yesterday. And it's a fairly new way of doing and manipulating text data inside of cells. And it's called flash fill. Let me go ahead and share my screen really quick.
Hey, Faz, Joe, let me know. Were you getting some feedback on Faz's audio there for a second?
Yeah, I got some feedback.
All right, well, let's, here, hold on 1 second, Faz. Let me try something real quick. I still kind of hear it. Can you try speaking again real quick? Oh, yeah, now it's good.
Better.
Yeah.
That's a good fix. We fixed it.
All right.
Cool.
Oh, there goes the infinity screen.
Infinity screen. We'll fix it. Here we go.
Once a week.
Okay. Now, I know Joe wants to show something, so I won't take too long, but I promise this feature is worth it. Because a lot of times when I'm dealing with spreadsheets or when people are dealing with spreadsheets, a very common thing, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate user, or an advanced user, that expert, that guru you call yourself, you're going to deal with text inside of cells. Whether that's a product number, a SKU number, a full name, a model number, an email address, a phone number, you're going to deal with text inside of cells. Now, whoever set up your database, that spreadsheet, you may have needed it a little bit different. You need to split off the text into different cells. You need to split off the names into separate columns. A lot of times, people would use these very fancy functions like concat. I've used it for years. Or inside the data tab, we would use these data tools. And a very common tool people would love to use is text to columns, where it would get certain text and based off a delimiter, like a comma, a tab, a question mark, you can split the text into a separate column. Works great, but it's a 3-step wizard, Harry Potter, that you got to actually fill out. Now, flash fill was released in 2013, Excel 2013. And it's actually right next to text to columns. I think it's a DC character. Flash runs really fast. He has a lightning bolt. So does flash fill. Now, flash fill is actually a pretty cool tool that recognizes patterns on your spreadsheet, and it helps mimic those patterns. So let me explain. Let me give you an example. If I have a column of first names or full names, and I want to pull out, I want to extract the first name, I can easily do that by simply typing in one example. And then to make my life easier, when I go to this blank cell, I'm lazy. I can just go ahead and click on flash fill from the data tab. And it will automatically extract the first name from the full name column. The column does have to be to the left-hand side, like the Beyonce song, to the left, to the left. That's just the way flash fill is designed. And it even can do formatting. I've learned over time that it can do formatting. I can hit Control E as a keyboard shortcut for flash fill. I don't even need to click it. If I hit Control E on a new cell, it'll automatically do the formatting and recognize the pattern for me.
That's definitely a game changer, Faz.
Right? It's a big thing. Yeah, I'm like, wait, I'm waiting for someone to say something. Waiting for someone to say something.
No, it really is. I mean, if you've ever used text to columns and you have to go through those wizard steps and then you have to figure out what's the delimiter and where you're going to put your breaks, it could be really tedious. So this is just amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, that's what I've been doing, and now I can flash fill.
I've also learned.
Yeah, well, the thing that you just showed is it's to the left. I'm more of a right centric, I guess, column person, and so I've always been working with the right. And I was like, oh, flash fill never works for me, and so now I know why, is that it needs to be to the left. So
think of Beyonce, to the left, to the left.
Yeah. So now I know. Now I'll just think of Beyonce every time I'm doing flash fill.
It works.
It does, because now it will work for me, because before I was like, man, it's not working. I just go to text to columns and I do my usual delimiting, you know what I mean, like from there with the space.
See, sometimes you don't have a good delimiter, and I've noticed it's kind of hard to use text to columns. You know, it's easier to just, all right, I want to split this, and it works just fine. The first 4 letters,
yeah, especially when you have data that's, you know, you don't know where the source is from, and like it has random spaces and stuff like that, so you can't really properly delimit it. So flash fill does definitely work a lot better just for that. I mean, even for those purposes. Bam, you're making it happen right there.
What was fascinating to me is I learned that it knows the difference between what a letter is and what a number is. So if you have like model numbers or SKU numbers that are consisting of both, you can split it off based off the letter and numbers.
Nice.
Which is super useful for things like emails with, you know, company names that you need to extract. And you can quickly pull out company name in case you're hosting an event and you're having people sign in. You can see what people signed up and joined your event from what company.
Yeah.
Something that I've actually done.
I've been doing that a lot of lately too, especially with, you know, having to export data from one source and then importing it into another database. You know, like there's.
I know Carly has to do that with the offsite data as well. A lot of offsite people can join that community, and all these different organizations are joining, and they sign in, and we can see where they're coming from.
Yeah. And that, again, shout out to Offsite. You know, if you guys want to check out our online community.
Oh man, so cool.
offsite by learnit.com, I think is the address.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a 30-minute session on MS Teams on Wednesday morning, and it was just phenomenal. I had like 20 people show up.
Nice.
So many
that's
new
actually great.
updates. So many new updates to MS Teams now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really makes it a powerful tool for collaboration and communication. And I love it, especially with the remote climate that we're in, where everyone's working from home and remotely these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are there any questions in the chat, guys? Faz is here to answer any Excel questions you have. If not, we have a few other things we can go over, but start dropping the questions in the chat and we will answer them live right now. So
Yeah, let me know and tell me what you thought of Flash Build too. Hopefully this is something you can utilize. I'm imagining so. Let me go ahead, and we got an infinite loop again.
well, I can go ahead and hide that right now. Let's go back to So just if not, I know Joe, you had you were talking about forms, and I know Faz wanted to see how you create forms, so we can do a forms demo. I'm not seeing too much happen in the chat. Maybe there's a delay, in the OBS, but
no worries.
Yeah, let's go to forms. Let's
do it. Let's do it. Nice. Let's do forms. Yeah, I'm gonna start this off from scratch. So we're gonna just build this out together. Let me share my screen and
like you're gonna make the spaghetti strings. You're gonna make the dough, and then you're gonna make the spaghetti strings, and you're gonna make the pasta sauce. Is that what you're telling me?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Oh yeah.
You got to get a chef hat on then.
I don't have. I mean.
Next time you're gonna get a chef hat.
I'll have an Excel hat. You know what? We should make Excel hats.
That'd be cool. Hey,
I will get Excel today hats to you guys.
I excel at Excel.
Exactly. All right, here's
on me.
We have this sheet. It's just blank. It's just a blank sheet. And you're more than welcome to follow along with me right now and build this out for yourselves. Now, what I want to do here is I actually want to create a form. But the thing is that Excel has forms built into it already. Yeah, and you wouldn't think that, right? Well, it's an old tool, and it's actually not part of the ribbon. So we're going to have to add it to the ribbon. Or what I like to do is just simply add it to my quick access toolbar because it's a lot easier for me. But the first thing we need to do is kind of make up what the form is going to say. So the first thing I want people to do is put their name. The second thing I want people to do is put their company, what company they're from. I also want them to put their email. Why not? Get some information from them. And last but not least, I want them to put their, telephone number. There we go. And I'm just going to make that a little bigger. So now that we have this list here, really what we would do is we would want to make this into a table. Why? Well, because as you know, once you start putting new data entry in, the table expands. And I always like that because then it's all included in whether you want to visualize this data or analyze it in some way. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to automatically make this a table. And you're probably saying, Joe, there's nothing in there, but that's okay. And I'm going to use Control T, which is the keyboard shortcut for table. Now I remember T for table. That's how I remember that. So Control T. Now, of course, it does have headers, and I'm going to click OK. And there we go. Yay. But where does our form come into play? Because there's nothing here right now. Well, what I like to do is just put a little example first. So I'm going to say my name. And you don't have to do this. I'll say Amazon. No, I'm just kidding. I'll say Learnit. I'll say JP at Learnit. And I'm going to do a telephone number. I'll make one up. I'll do a Jersey one because I'm from Jersey. This is a Jersey area code. So if I have any of my Jersey people out there on YouTube right now, shout out.
Someone's phone's going to blow up and just be like, you're going to get asked random Excel questions. And be like, where did you get this stuff?
This is not my real phone number. Okay.
I feel sorry for the rest of that number.
So now what we have is this form that's starting. I'm just kidding. There's no form yet. Where is it? Well, you're going to right click on any of your tabs. I don't care which one. It could be any one of these. Give it a right click. And we're going to select Customize the Ribbon. Now, when we do this, when we right click and select Customize the Ribbon, it's going to bring you to all these popular commands. Now, I don't want to see only popular commands because those were popular by Microsoft. Maybe my command's not popular. Maybe my command is cool for me, but not popular for someone else. So I'm going to click that drop down, and I'm going to say commands not in the ribbon, because these are the commands that typically are not in the ribbon, and then you would add them as a customization, right? So I'll click on it. Now I'm going to go over to the F's, and you will see form. Isn't that cool? They have a form already there. And I'm actually going to add this to my quick access toolbar. So I'm going to just drop down a quick access toolbar and do the same thing I just did. Commands not in ribbon, go to the F's, scroll down to form, and give it a click. Add, click OK, boom. So now I have it right here. And now what I'm going to do, ready? This is cool. I'm going to click on the form, but make sure if I click over here and I'm outside of my table and I click on form, it's going to say, nope, good luck, Joe, because nothing's happening. But if you click on the table itself and click forms, pops up this cool little form. How cool is that? Name, company, email, telephone. And what I can do is I can find the next one. I could do a criteria, or I can click on new and do a new fill out. And I'll say, Faz. Faz, you're going to work for Amazon today.
Most of us will one day.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking
Faz
over.
at Amazon.
Again, no paid advertisement for that one.
Ben's the party pooper. No, I'm just kidding. Ben always keeps us on our toes. All right, telephone number. I'm going to click enter. Boom. It is added to the list.
That is really cool.
And now later on, I can find a criteria. So if it's like a really long one, I can click criteria and start to look for, like Joe. And then it'll just bring me straight to Joe. So pretty cool. Criteria is fine next. And by the way, if you ever wanted to change something, see this little scrolling? You can go up to the different, because right now there's one of two. So I can go change Joe's stuff, or I can scroll down a little bit and change Faz's stuff as well. So it's always living in that form now. And I'll change the name of it from sheet 1, and let's call it cool form instead. There we go. So now when I click on it, it's the cool form. And that is form. So if you didn't know about that, that is hidden inside of Excel. Go find it, go apply it, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah, looks like it's magic. The magic of computers is one of the old company slogans of Learnit when they first launched. So yeah, and that form thing would have saved me a lot of time. Again, I'm always learning more and more about Excel, and I just start thinking about all these other projects that I had previously done, of where I could have saved a ton of time, especially with those forms. Like, man, there's so many times that I was doing like large scale data entry like that, and it would have been a lot easier just going through that form instead of sometimes I hit tab, sometimes I hit enter, you know what I mean, and then skip over or go over not the way I want to go. And then sometimes you get an auto mode and you've entered 16 lines before you realize what you were doing. Especially when things get really large. So even from just cleaning the data out, like that'd be a great thing just to look at and be like, hey, let me just make sure that these are all good, because sometimes you do need to give it a once over, but it's giving you the data horizontally or vertically and so yeah, I can definitely see a lot of help in that. Let's see, we do have some comments coming in here. Good day. Yep. Shiva Ruda, good day to you. Let's see, how do I do your if I do your free Excel course so I can get a job, please tell me, guide me. For that, our Excel courses are taught from from a B2C perspective, or a B2B perspective, I should say. That means business to business. So we teach Excel how people use it in the office, and how how other businesses are telling us they use it in the office. And so that when you are watching our Excel videos, you're learning that as an office skill. This isn't just, I know that people have taken Excel classes maybe in high school and stuff like that, and it's just teaching you how to do Excel. We're teaching you how to use it in the office. So you will have a very foundational office skill set. If you go through all of our videos, you will know how it is used in workplaces the majority of the time. And just a heads up for what you want to focus on, you probably want to focus heavily on pivot tables and Power BI, honestly, right now, just because that's what is all the rage in the offices right now, is either being able to splice data from existing Excel spreadsheets, or being able to visualize that data for much larger corporations. And there's something we will be adding, which is SQL querying. That's also something that you might want to add to your skill set as well, because a lot of jobs now are about digging into data, diving into a database of some sort, using a scraper to get that data out and then to visualize it for, your team, your higher ups, or, whatever you're doing in your job. There's multiple, a lot of the work that's being done in offices is of that variety. So, just watching our videos will give you a very strong foundational skill set. And I mean, we're training employees at other companies to get to this level. So, you guys are getting the opportunity to see that training on our YouTube channel, and you can definitely take advantage of it. You will get far, you will get a very good skill set. I keep saying it over and over again. I'm running into a thing where I repeat myself a lot, but anyways, great comment there. Let's see.
Allison has a great one.
Allison? Okay, let me jump to Allison. Yeah, we started getting a ton of them here. Well, how about Eric real quick?
Yeah, Eric,
pull it up. Needs some more insights on arrays. Faz, do you want to take this one or?
Yeah. Let me see if I have a file put together though. I think I do on arrays. 1 second. That's in my power user course, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Power user, I think. We talk about different arrays.
Yeah, and again, that's going to be in our power user video. I think that is on our channel. If not, it will be coming soon, guys. I'm almost 100% positive, though, power users. We have an Excel power user video. Yeah, that should be up there. And so arrays are covered in there. If not, let's jump to Joe. It seems like you're ready to answer Allison's question. So, Eric, we'll come back to yours.
Yeah,
if we have
time, find the file.
Yeah. So let's pull it up. Allison, how do you convince employer to use Excel instead of G Sheets?
Yeah. So this is a good one, Allison, because I do both, right? I use Excel and I use Google Sheets. And I think that Google has done a great way of transitioning, just from being just Google as a search platform to really adopting this. We want to be part of the world of data entry or even presentations in the workspace. So we have Google Suites now. Really, I don't, it's hard to say if you want to convince someone to do a change, because I know Excel is amazing in its own environment. And what I mean by that is if your company is using Microsoft Outlook, if they're using Word, if they're using Excel, if they're using Teams for communication and collaboration, then of course, you may want to say, Excel is going to be good for this because we're using Microsoft already. So it integrates with everything Microsoft, and it's just an amazing tool with so many different features. But if primarily you're using Google Meets, you're using, Google Docs and Google Slides, well, then I would stay consistent with that. So it's not even just Excel versus Google Sheets. It's pretty much Microsoft versus using Google. So that's why I think it's important to figure out what the company is using overall and what's going to work best. Because if primarily you're using Google as your main, point of work, well, then I wouldn't switch to Excel. Not to say that you can't use Excel, and because Excel and Google Sheets also do work well together. And you're more than welcome to upload Excel to Google or even download Google Sheets as an Excel file. So you may want to look into that and just say, hey, listen, they work well with each other, they talk well, and there's some more features in Excel that maybe Google doesn't have at the moment. So that could be a way of getting that conversation started with your employer.
Yeah, it really comes down to how not just what you're using, but what all your employees and how the communication goes along those lines. And that kind of also feeds into Salam's is data analytics and Excel more useful than SQL. Again, it comes down to how your office is using those office applications. They all can be used greatly and effectively. It's just, you have to think of how is my team using it and everything like that. And if you're from the top down thinking of a better way to do it, like it really would come down to, what is the best use for your team? Are they skilled in, that office application? Well, you need to do training on that. It all varies, and it's based on your needs, your organization's need, and your team's need. You need to take that all into account for whatever, however you're going to use those office applications. Hey, Faz, are you ready for a raise?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
All right. Yeah. So let's go to Eric's question again. Need some more insight on arrays. We're coming up really close on time, and I know Faz, I know you have a class after, so
yes,
this might be a condensed version. But again, we do have the Excel Power User course on our channel that does cover arrays. So let me go ahead and get Faz's screen up here. There we go.
That's my screen.
That's your screen. That's me, man.
So arrays are also known as, I call them Control-Shift-Enter formulas. Just so you can always remember to click Control-Shift-Enter when you're inputting the formula. Otherwise, it won't work as an array. Now, an array formula will allow us to simply go down multiple columns and multiply them and find, like, let's say, a grand total for the sold and the price, even though we don't have the full sales column put together if we didn't. Now, a very important thing here when using array formulas, here I'm going to go ahead and do a sum function, is if I want to go ahead and select an entire column, this is how I see what an array, that's why they call it an array. It's like a column of data that we're manipulating. In Excel, how I see an array is a column. If you're a computer person, you're probably going to disagree with me. Arrays is a data type. I totally get that. But for the scope of Excel, we can see it as a column of data that we're manipulating. And I'm just going to multiply it with the sold and the price. And as long as I go ahead and hit Control-Shift-Enter, it will go through the entire columns, multiplying the answer for me, giving me a grand total value. So that's just a little snippet. And from there, it gets pretty advanced. You can start doing little tactics of doing multiple searches with index and match by using Boolean logic. It gets pretty deep. It's going to take a while to explain that one, but in the Power User course, we do discuss how we use array formulas to do index and match while looking through multiple columns to match our criteria. Yeah. So that's a little snippet there. That's just a little snippet there of array formulas that I got.
Yeah, cool. Well, guys, I appreciate all the questions that are now pouring in right at the end of the show.
I know, right at the end.
Right at the end. But please go. I did drop the link to Offsite in there. If you go and join Offsite and you jump into any of the topics, you can ask questions there, and they will be answered within 2 business days by a Learnit instructor. That includes Joe and Faz here. They do answer those questions there on Offsite.
You're all day.
Yeah. Any question? Yeah. And again, it's 2 business days. So if you ask it on Friday, you most likely it'll be that Tuesday that you get the answer back. So just a heads up on business days. But anyways, please go there and ask your questions. Oh yeah, Foz has got it pulled up right there. You go to Offsite, you go to topics, you choose the topic that you want to do. Excel has its own one just for that. And you just go and write your questions in there. And we do answer them all. And I do appreciate all your questions. It definitely seemed like maybe we need to do another show with Foz. Foz, let's see what's on your schedule.
Let's queue up these questions and let's start to go with it.
And if you guys want to wait until the next time we have a show with Foz, maybe I have to check everyone's schedules, but maybe we'll be able to do it again maybe next week or the week after that. We'll bring Foz back to do more of this because, man, the questions really started pouring in there. But anyways, we got to wrap it up, guys, because we all have very busy schedules today. So we will see everyone later. And again, last thing, like and subscribe if you liked everything here today. It helps out tremendously. It helps us keep producing these videos and these shows and bringing all this training to you guys for free. So definitely do that. It helps out a lot. We appreciate you guys watching today and your continued support. It helps make us very successful. Let's put that silver plaque right behind me. Hopefully I can get a gold one soon up here as well. Have a great weekend, everyone. And then, we have Carly's Offsite event. Offsite will be having an event tomorrow, how to perform like an athlete with coach and CEO Riley. Not catching the last name. I think it's Riley Patterson, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Riley Jensen. Sorry.
Right off. Patterson.
Okay. Yes, I was. I think I was looking like 3 weeks in advance. Anyways, that'll be tomorrow. And then right after that, we have our cybersecurity for beginners tutorial as well. That's another video from David. Just how to protect yourself online, some basics like right there. That's actually a topic that is in huge demand from our clients and a class we're running for a lot of government agencies as well. So you guys can check it out there. Again, this is all stuff we're teaching to office workers. So it's all relevant skills that you can put to use right away at your workplace, or if you're looking for, to get a job, you will have the skill set you need to, start well. Anyways, everyone have a great day and we will see you next week.
See you next week.